Hello, welcome to the You at Your Best podcast. I'm your host, Morgan. For this week's episode, I want to talk about confidence, how to actually be confident in yourself. For the past couple of months, I have been connecting with myself and who I am, what I love, what I don't like, my sexuality, less with other people, less with the need to be seen and more with the need to understand myself and feel connected with myself. And with that came this natural confidence that me in the past would have never thought was possible, that I would have never thought I would be able to have. I've just been really embodying it, really embodying confidence, sexual confidence. I feel so deeply connected to myself that it kind of just naturally came. That ability to be me unapologetically and letting go of guilt and shame around truly being myself. I've spent so much of my life feeling like I have to fit into a certain box or like I have to be a certain way for other people to accept me. But these past couple of months have taught me that true belonging doesn't come from those feelings that we get whenever people are validating us, whenever people are proud of us. True belonging comes from being proud of ourselves, being comfortable with ourselves fully, every single part of ourselves. And I actually had a different episode planned this week, but whenever I ended up sitting down to plan out an episode, all I could think about was confidence. I made a post on my Instagram account that was quiet and maybe not that big of a deal to other people, but was a huge deal to me. And I actually posted it on the wrong Instagram account. I meant to post it on my private account and I posted it on my public Instagram account, and I kind of freaked out a little bit. I was so embarrassed for people to see me in that way. The vulnerability of people seeing me being confident, that's scary, but I'm just so proud of that post and I keep on going back to it. I keep on looking at it and I'm so amazed by looking at myself being so confident and being so freely me. And it wasn't even loud. It was quiet confidence. It was me just being in the moment. The fact that people don't know what was actually happening behind the scenes. If you're wondering which post I'm talking about, it's one where I have on like a green sweater and just a bunch of selfies. And again, it may not feel so big to other people, but to me, that's me being myself. That's me truly, fully embodying every part of who I am. It's just such a surreal thing. It's so cool to think about how whenever you truly embody yourself, you become less like what you think other people expect of you and more like what you expect of yourself. Whenever I'm being truly me and letting go of the need to perform or be more feminine, I truly embody a more masculine side of myself. And not to say that the feminine side of me is bad. I love both sides of me. I love dressing in really cute outfits, doing girly makeup, but I also really love the natural masculine qualities that I have. And I did my makeup that day to enhance my masculine features, and I just felt so good about myself. And I had an overwhelming amount of excitement. I just kept on getting so much creativity just from looking at that post of myself. It's so weird to think about how I see that post and I'm just like so turned on by myself. I'm so attracted to me being so much like myself, so much like me. And I thought of this week's episode after looking at that post a million times and just getting such deep butterflies every time I would look at it. How my boyfriend and I have been connecting so deeply here lately. Sex doesn't feel performative anymore. It just feels connecting. And all of those things that have been happening, him and I had almost 2 full days away from our daughter where we had that time to relax and not have to worry about her at all, to shut our brains off. And it taught me so much. Going back to my 14-year-old self, whenever I would lay in bed at night reading fan fictions, watching ship edits, all of these moments are connected by the same thing, me choosing myself. Whenever I was planning this episode, I had to ask myself, who was I when I didn't have this? When I didn't have this confidence? And what would she need to hear? And that's what I'm going to share in this episode, how you can fully embody confidence. This episode is not coming from a place of, I'm above you, you need to learn from me. This episode is coming from a place of, I remember what it was like not having that confidence and truly not loving yourself, not embodying all of who you are. And it's painful. It's such a hard thing to go through. And I just wanted to share how I have gained my confidence and how I was able to leave that post up that was accidentally posted on the wrong account, and how everything has just fallen into place and created an entirely different perspective. I'm not a different person. I'm finally me. First of all, you need to focus on you, not other people. Focus on how you feel, what you like, what you feel comfortable in, not what others look good in, not what you think is cute on someone else, but what you feel good in, how your brain works, not interests others have that seem cool, what feels fulfilling to you. If you don't like something, don't do it. Even if it's something you admire in someone else, you can admire qualities others have without possessing them yourself. Focus on hobbies and things that make you feel fulfilled, that feel fun and easy without it having to be forced. Same with clothes, outfits, and how you present yourself. Self-expression is very personal. If you want to express yourself more masculine one day, then more feminine the next, that's okay, and that's healthy. That's okay to admit that you want to present yourself in a certain way. Don't dress how you think you should dress or wear what looks good on others. Get dressed from the present you, from how you feel in this exact moment. Do your hair and makeup based on how you feel, how you want to express yourself, how you want to come off to other people. Does putting your hair up feel right? Does leaving your hair down feel right? Do you want to do a half up, half down hairstyle? Does wearing less makeup feel right? Does wearing more makeup feel right? Does dressing masculine feel right? Or does dressing more feminine feel right? Do you want to do bold makeup or a full face but a less bold eye look? Really think about those things. Really think about, like, what do I want in this moment? What makes me feel the most like myself? What is the thing that you're wanting to explore? Me, whenever I posted those pictures of me in the green sweater, that day, Clemmy, our daughter, was staying with Hunter's grandparents. We had the whole day to ourselves. I was just sitting at the table after I got done eating my breakfast thinking, like, what do I want to do? All I could think about was how I really wanted to do my makeup because I haven't done that in forever. I haven't really had the time to, being a mom. So I did. I went into the bathroom, I turned on music, and I started realizing, like, I don't want to do my makeup how I normally do it. I don't want to do it how I think I should. I really wanted to define my high cheekbones, my naturally masculine eyebrows that are very thick, my dark eyes, my naturally very pale lips. And that's what truly matters in these moments, connecting with you. So really think about, what is it that I want? What do I want to feel? How do I want to express myself? How do I want other people to see me? And not in a I need to feel seen to be understood way, but in a I'm quietly confident in the knowledge that other people see me in a certain way that I am embodying. Okay, next is define your sexuality. Connecting with the sexual side of yourself means being okay with being vulnerable. Confidence beams out of you when you are fully connected with all parts of yourself. Explore what you like within safe limits. If you're in a relationship, have a talk with your partner to see what the two of you are okay with and are not okay with. Explore different positions, different ideas, different kinks. No desire should be shamed. Be kind and patient with yourself and with your partner. Let your partner express themselves, express what they want. Truth is, whenever you're in a relationship, all of this stuff is very fragile, and that fragility isn't a bad thing. It's incredibly connecting, but it can easily be messed up, and you have to be so careful with this kind of stuff with a partner, and I think that's the beauty of it. We get to choose to be careful and truly intentional. Assume the best about yourself and your partner. Don't assume that they're wanting to cheat on you if they tell you about a desire that they have or a fantasy that they have. And don't assume that about yourself. Confidence whenever you're in a relationship is about trusting your partner, trusting yourself, trusting that you're not going to do anything to hurt your relationship, and neither is your partner. And I promise you, whenever you start to trust yourself and you start to truly trust your partner, nothing is off limits. No kind of exploration is off limits. You can literally explore everything that you've always wanted to explore within safe boundaries. And there's something so comforting about that, about knowing that you get to explore your fantasies, the things that you've always wanted, but at the end of the day, you're still safe. You still have a partner that even whenever things are not sexual, you can go back to them. You can enjoy times with them and laugh with them and create a family with them. There's something so beautiful and so almost innocent about that. And if you're not in a relationship, this part is even easier because you don't feel that guilt or shame about possibly hurting your partner or getting hurt yourself. It's nice. So if you're single, really embody that. Sexuality isn't just about who you're attracted to. That's a huge part of it. But sexuality's biggest thing is deep self-connection, what you like, what you don't like, and who you don't like. The next thing I have is to unfollow or mute people who make you feel bad about yourself on social media. It's okay to unfollow someone who makes you feel bad about yourself. Yes, even whenever you know that it isn't their fault that you feel this way. It's nothing personal. It's just about you. It's okay to unfollow these people until you're ready to see their posts again. It's okay to not engage with their posts whenever you feel uncomfortable. It's okay to scroll past and focus on yourself instead. To go find accounts that make you feel good, positive, and confident. True confidence is about you connecting with yourself, loving yourself, finding yourself. So if you need to mute someone, or I say mute, I don't know what else to say, just where you don't see their posts on your feed. If you need to do that, do it. It's okay. It's okay to stop commenting on people's posts. I know sometimes we feel like we have to be supportive or we're not a good friend or we're being unkind. I felt like that so many times. So I'd force myself to like a post or comment on a post even though I felt uncomfortable. And that isn't being a good friend or a good person. That is the opposite of being self-honoring. Next, I have wear clothes that make you feel good. If you want to wear baggy clothes, if you want to wear tight clothes, whatever you need to feel good about yourself. Don't compare your outfits to the outfits that other people are wearing. Only focus on you and if you feel good in what you're wearing. If you have to, don't compliment others on their outfits if you know that it will decrease your confidence. You need to focus on yourself and building your connection with yourself first before focusing on anyone else. And that's the biggest tip I have today, that you just need to focus on you. Just stay within your body and notice how you feel. If you're feeling anxious or overwhelmed, stay with that. Don't try to meet the energy of other people around you. Stay within your energy. Next, I have make a list of strengths and weaknesses you have and focus on your strengths. You can improve your weaknesses later, but for now, focus on what you are good at, abilities and qualities that you naturally have. Your natural facial features, for example. Ask yourself, what do I like about my face? What do I like about my body? What do I like about how I present myself? What do I like about the way that I dress? What do I like about my personality? Also ask yourself, what do I not like about those things? Change what you can, but embrace what you can't. Practice positive self-talk. Always speak kindly to yourself. We don't realize it, but even if we are joking when we make self-deprecating jokes, we are still reinforcing negative beliefs about ourselves. Sometimes it feels fun. Sometimes it feels like talking down on ourselves is a way to connect with others. It makes us feel humble, but being truly humble is about being honest, not about tearing yourself down. And tearing yourself down is not being honest, even if it feels connecting. It's not honest because it's not self-honoring. Listen to yourself and set boundaries when you need to. If you are safe enough to, try your hardest to never let someone violate your body, your freedom, who you are. Tell people how you feel. Tell people what you need. Tell people what's going on. Setting boundaries doesn't have to be loud. Actually, setting boundaries that are loud are often less effective. Telling someone that they can't do something isn't a boundary. That's control. Telling them what you will do if they continue their behavior is a boundary. If someone is trying to force you to talk about something that you aren't comfortable with, stay in your energy and do your best to not let them force you to do something that makes you uncomfortable. Move away from them. Go to another room if you have to. Stay within your energy. If someone is touching you inappropriately, make it known that you aren't comfortable with their touch. Most people will stop there because your comfortability is important to them, but if they don't, move and get help if you need to. If someone wants to do something that you don't want to do, Make that known. Express your desires, your wants, your needs. If you're overwhelmed in a crowded area, make that known. People who truly care for you will be okay with taking some time to make sure that you're good before moving on to something new. And if they don't, that's your cue right there, that maybe they aren't your people. If someone chooses to continue to make you feel uncomfortable after you communicate your needs with them, that's a sign that maybe they aren't your person, especially if you wouldn't do the same to them. And that's all the tips that I have. It was very short, but very important. A great episode to come back to whenever you find that you're just really struggling with confidence and you're really struggling to remember who you are. If you take anything from this episode, I want you to understand that true confidence is built over time. It's not something that just magically appears when you find the most perfect advice, the secret that other people have and you somehow didn't have. It's something you work toward through connecting with and honoring yourself. Confidence is quiet and insecurity is loud. But with that said, it's totally okay and totally reasonable to be loud with your confidence. If you are just so happy, so excited about it, be loud about it. It's the same with me in that post. I just feel so proud of myself, and I look at that post and I'm like, wow, I can't believe that that's me. The girl that spent so much of her life hating herself and wishing she was someone else, who truly believed that she could never have a magical relationship, feel like a princess. The girl that always thought that she was too much whenever she was fully being who she was. The girl who thought that who she was wrong. Looking back, me a couple of years ago would have just been in awe at myself. Me as a child, I would have looked up to me. That's truly what confidence is about. Embodying the person that younger you needed. For this week's journal prompt, I want you to reflect on a time that you felt really proud of yourself. Write about how you felt during that time, the joy that you felt, the excitement that you felt for whatever it was that you did that you're so proud of. Be openly proud of yourself, openly happy for yourself. And you can be as loud as you want whenever you're with yourself, and sometimes you need to be loud to have that confidence come through. So whenever I say that confidence is quiet, I don't mean that you don't express it, you don't show it. I mean that you are so expressive and connective with yourself that whenever you're around other people, it doesn't have to be loud for you to be comfortable. You can be in your own energy and still be comfortable without having to make yourself big or having to make yourself smaller. You're just confident and quiet. Okay, that's it for this week's episode. Please, if you could, leave me a 5-star rating on Spotify, leave me a review on Apple Podcasts, comment on this episode, message me if it helped you at all. Thank you so much for listening. I will see you next Sunday.